We're going to get into some Cowboys rumors, Dak Prescott, Richard Sherman among them. Before we do, I know that half of you guys who click into these videos are not subscribed, which means you're missing out on the daily videos we give to you guys here at the Dallas Cowboys Report. So if you want to stay updated on Cowboys rumors, news, coaching stuff, free agency, draft, contracts, all of that, and even our live mailbags too, hit that big red button and subscribe. That way you don't miss out and you get to be the smartest guy among your Cowboys fan friend group. Let's dive into these rumors here. First up, Richard Sherman to the Dallas Cowboys. I'll give this one 2 stars. I think it is possible. I waffled, though, between 1 star and 2 for a couple different reasons. Patrick Walker, friend of the show, said the Cowboys haven't ruled out pursuing Sherman. I would also add that doesn't mean it's likely. Now, Sherman does have ties to new defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. However, that is not the only new head coach / defensive coordinator that Sherman has ties to. Remember, Robert Saleh, someone Sherman liked a lot in San Francisco, is now the New York Jets head coach. That's just as logical as fit as it is Dan Quinn. Now, a lot of this depends on what is Sherman after. Is he going after the best chance to win a Super Bowl, period? If so, there's still going to be better teams than the Cowboys. Is he trying to get paid on what could be his last big contract? The Jets there, with money to burn, actually make a lot of sense. You bring in a veteran. I think Sherman with the Jets makes a ton of sense. But if I'm the Cowboys, I would explore this. There's no reason not to. All it costs you is manpower, right? Now, Sherman this past year, I'm using Pro Football References, publicly available numbers here, by the way, not as great as what he was in 2019. Now, I will make note, funny enough, the Pro Football Focus numbers are much kinder to Sherman. 2019, though, he was still a number 1 corner. Now, I don't think Sherman at this stage of his career, with where he's at his age and just his NFL fit, is really a number 1 corner anymore. But he could be a number 2. At some point, he's going to have to move to safety. Could also potentially fit there with the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's better in the short term than a Chidobe Awuzie is, or an Anthony Brown is, or certainly a Maurice Kennedy or Savion Smith or whoever. I think that makes some sense there for the Cowboys. It comes down to, is the money right? Is Richard Sherman okay with Jerry Jones? Like, that could be a potential problem there. Is the fit right? Do all of those boxes get checked? And in the end, are the Cowboys going to pay attention and try to do something in free agency, or sit around and wait and be on vacation when things open up? It's a great question. One we'll find out this offseason. So do you guys want to sign Richard Sherman? This will be the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get the ad break, very simple. Scroll down, get your votes in. Y for yes, or N for no. I do want to discuss Dak Prescott now, because there's a lot of bullshit on Twitter that upset me the other day. Dan Sileo, he's a fraud, says 5-year, $175 million offer from the Cowboys to Dak, blah, blah, blah. Wrong. Not true. Sileo doesn't know anything, guys. And this should have raised all of the red flags pretty much immediately, because that is a significantly lowball offer. Cowboys haven't made an official offer yet. They want to wait for what the salary cap is. Whatever. And if they offer a 5-year, $175 million offer, Dak's agent hangs up the phone. First off, let's make something very clear. Do not listen to Dan Sileo ever. He just makes stuff up and is like, oh, I saw a random article out there. I'm going to report it as true. Ignore him. Do not tag me in stuff with him. He's not accurate. He doesn't know what's going on. He was convinced this time last year Tom Brady was going to the Cowboys. Just ignore it. It's very simple. Now back to the actual discussion around Dak Prescott. I want to remind everybody, this deal is going to be expensive. And in reality, we're not going to like it. Assuming it gets done, it's going to be like, wow, they paid Dak Prescott that much money. But I also want to remind everybody that, wow, don't pay Dak this amount. Don't pay him current market rate. Pay him previous year market rate. We would be feeling great about this. If the Dallas Cowboys had given Dak Prescott the Carson Wentz deal at the time. If they had given Dak Prescott the Deshaun Watson deal at the time, before Deshaun Watson got paid, they could have made Dak Prescott the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, and we would currently be feeling great about it. He could have paid him more than Russell Wilson. And we've been like, oh, now where we sit in this offseason, we'd have been feeling so good about it because it would have came in lower. The reality of the quarterback market is it's 4-year extensions at the going rate. Right now, the going rate for a top-end franchise quarterback is right around the Deshaun Watson deal. And Dak Prescott's about to get $38 million, plus actually minus like a couple $100,000 on his franchise. It's like 37.7. The reality is this deal is going to approach or pass $40 million a year. And I know there's sticker shock there. I get it. I know in a bubble it feels like an overpay. I do. I understand that. But you would have said the exact same thing if I had told you this time last year it's going to approach $35 million. If they had gotten it done on a 4-year, $35 million a year deal, we would be feeling great about it right now. It's the exact same thing. If you do that deal now before Josh Allen gets paid, before Aaron Rodgers is due for his extension, all that stuff, you'll feel better about that contract. You cost yourself money in the end. All the Cowboys have done is add to their per year figure. Now, they've rolled over cap space, so it'll kind of sort of balance out, but not really. In the end, I know there's sticker shock. Dak Prescott's proven it way more than Jared Goff ever did. He just is in the same tier as Deshaun Watson, and one of their quarterbacks isn't asking to be traded right now. So I know there's sticker shock. I know it's a lot of money, and I know you don't feel great about it. You missed your window, though, to feel great about it. Now it's about making sure your team isn't bad at quarterback. You have a top 10 guy, you just pay him. So let me know then, what's the most you would pay Dak Prescott per year? My suggestion, take your number and then add $3 million, because this time next year, that's what you'd be doing. Today's show made possible by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. We'll get to Dak Prescott connection in a second. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use the promo code Cowboys125. That gets you two things when you put down at least $100. A 125% deposit bonus. B, how about a Dak Prescott jersey? Email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. A much better use of your money than getting in too late on AMC. It's a fantastic deal there. $100 gets you the 125% deposit bonus and a Dak Prescott jersey. If you have questions or you want to claim, email us, cowboys@chatsports.com. All right, back to the rumors now. Do the Cowboys have to draft Azeez Ojulari? I'm giving this one fake news. Now, this is not a dig at the prospect or as a potentiality at all. This is all about Bleacher Report saying the one prospect the Dallas Cowboys have to get is Azeez Ojulari out of Georgia. I like him, and I do think that edge rusher is a need for the Cowboys. But this is not the biggest need. I don't want to take Ojulari in the top 10 given what else I need on this roster. So for Bleacher Report to say this is the top must-draft prospect, no. Completely disagree. I would actually argue it's Caleb Farley or even Patrick Surtain or trading down. If you trade down to take Ojulari, I'm fine with it. I do like the player, all right? This past year at Georgia, his big-time breakout year, 9.5 sacks, 12.5 tackles for loss, a 19% pressure rate, and you pair him and Randy Gregory as kind of your Leo-style edge rushers, like, okay, now we're cooking here. And if you do lose Alden Smith, you will need another pass rusher, because I don't want to roll in the next year with Gregory, Lawrence, Armstrong, and I. That's not enough for me. But even if I lose Alden Smith, I don't think Ojulari's my biggest concern. If I'm trying to upgrade my pass rush, honestly, improving my run defense and making my corners better is going to have a bigger impact than one individual player. Because the run defense was so bad, teams didn't need to throw, and your secondary couldn't cover long enough anyway. So if you trade down, I'm on board with Ojulari. But who do you guys want to take in round one? I'm pretty much in the Caleb Farley camp, unless there are reports that he's not in shape, which I haven't heard, but just covering my butt there. Who do you guys want to take in round one? Another edge rusher for the Cowboys in round one, Kwity Paye. This one was not the must-draft focus, so I'm going to give it the 1 star here. Similar arguments in terms of the needs and the fit and all of that. I do like Kwity Paye. Now, CBS Sports mocked him number 10 overall to the Cowboys, and look, Paye is going to go in round 1 because he is an off-the-charts freak athlete. His three-cone numbers, if we'd had a combine this year, we're probably going to set the all-time mark. He's that athletic, that bendy. But he's never put it together yet on the field. He's shown flashes. He's shown moments, especially against Minnesota this year, of being a legit edge. But you're banking on upside and traits and all that, kind of like Ojulari. In the end, I can't go edge at 10. Now, if I trade down and I move down several spots and Kwity Paye or Azeez Ojulari or Gregory Rousseau or Jalen Phillips or whomever is there for me in the teens, okay, I move down. I'm fine with it. But Paye does not have the production yet for me to justify spending a top 10 pick on a gamble when I still have equally or better prospects at bigger positions of need. That's my mindset. Now, if you had to pick one of these guys, who would it be? Type in an O for Azeez Ojulari, or type in a P, it's like that, a P, if I put it backward, whatever, we'll figure it out later. A P for Kwity Paye, O or P, get your votes in the comments section. One last draft note here. Hamsah Nasirildeen to Dallas. 1 star. We're back to Bleacher Report on this one, where they were going through a Senior Bowl prospect for every player. I like that. It's a fun idea. They picked the wrong safety, though. Richie Grant fits this team much better than Hamsah Nasirildeen. Now, I like him. As a pure prospect, I think he's a fun asset. He can kind of be your strong safety, dime linebacker, could even cover slot at times if needed, could, moonlight as a free safety at some points. But my problem here, despite his great size and tackling ability, he does not fit as an every down, rangy, single high free safety. If I didn't have Donovan Wilson, I would be all aboard drafting Nasirildeen in round 2 or round 3. You want to take him as a round 3 linebacker? Sure, I could try that as well, though there's a bit of risk there because hasn't only been a full-time linebacker. But my number 1 need at safety is not a safety. It is a specific player fit. That is a free safety. I don't have that right now, and I don't think Nasirildeen is going to be that in the end for me. So again, much like Azeez Ojulari and even Kwity Paye, I like the prospect a lot. I don't love the fit. If you're going after a Senior Bowl safety, give me Richie Grant every time, probably even in round 2. Nasirildeen over him, though? No, I don't think that's the best fit for what this Cowboys roster currently needs.